Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Sunday evening? We got something fun to talk about tonight. I mean, no complaining here tonight. I mean, let's hope not, right? We're moving on to the semifinals. Should be a fun conversation tonight. But as always, I don't do this by myself. Everybody say hi to everybody's favorite uncle, Uncle Ed. How you doing, Ed?
Peter Brown, I'm back at the FMTV Cafe.
Yeah. Been a while since you've been there.
Yeah, man. Having some cafecito and excited because we are advancing. We haven't made it this far in centuries.
Ever.
Ever.
Ever. We have never gotten this far. So it doesn't, you know. So yeah, it should be some fun conversation.
What do we have?
Just looking at chat.
Peter Brown.
Looking at chats real quick. So as always, jump in the chat and help guide the conversation. Get busy, get active, and that'll help guide where we go with the show. But before we get too far, let's say thank you to our sponsor, and that is Caneswear. Caneswear is located in Davie, Florida, just south of 595 on University Drive. They have the messiest wall in all of South Florida. Support a local business. And, buy your Inter Miami gear, your Miami Dolphins gear, your Hurricanes gear, all the teams, South Florida teams. They got them all at Caneswear. Go to caneswear.com if that's too far for you to drive. And all orders over $99 ship for free. Also, if you want to leave a voicemail, you can call 786-474-4435. We've already got a few of them lined up. So we'll get to those shortly. But say hi to a few of you guys that are in the chat room right now. First person I see here was One World, One Goal. I see somebody was giving Ed a hard time about the vlog. We'll get to that. B King is here. Good evening, B King. Louis Rodriguez is here. And Same Marana giving you a hard time about the vlog not being there. Where's your vlog?
It will be up in the morning, guys. A lot of stuff to edit in, and so expect it about 9 a.m. Miami time.
Yeah, give you plenty of time to if you forgot anything, to revisit it and experience it and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, and also with spacing of videos, things like that. Kevin Gonzalez is here. Survive and advance, and then there's a game tonight for the West Coast. And
who are you going for, Peter? I'm going for Portland.
I would like to see Phil Neville to move on. Portland's head coach, our old head coach. Yeah, so I'm on board with rooting for Portland.
It's going to be tough, man, because they got to play against San Diego, who was pretty hot this year.
Yeah, they are.
First came in this year.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs is here as well, and he's happy that both of his teams won this week. I was shocked to see the Dolphins won like 30-13 or something like that against the Buffalo Bills. I didn't watch it because I was like, well, they're just going to lose, so why watch it?
That's how it's been for the last since basically I was born.
Sport Shorts is here as well. Chris Arjun, and that's it for now. So if anybody wants to get active in the chat, like I said, help drive the conversation. But so we did it, Ed. We made it out. We've made it. The team made it out of the first round of the playoffs. I think you and I both going into this game were somewhat confident, but still had a little bit of fear because Miami.
Because Miami, we're always like that. We always concede early goals, and so there was that sense of we could probably do it. We're at home, and there's a good chance we're going to get through. But it was there's always a chance that we could screw up. Thankfully, that didn't happen.
Yeah, and they won decisively 4-0. So that was obviously great. But the conspiracy side of me starts going like, hey, did they not put their best effort in just so that so that they could string it onto a third game? I mean, Messi does get paid partially by Apple. You know, did he slack a little bit in Nashville? Because I don't think either of us felt like he had a great game in Nashville. Yeah, he scored. You know, but
He disappeared that game, Peter. That was
right.
he was disappearo.
So
And
so I couldn't help now. You know, I couldn't help but wonder. You know, is he padding his own wallet by making sure there's a third game? Is that because part of his paycheck comes from Apple.
yeah, man, maybe that's what happened. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't turn it on until the very end.
I like a good conspiracy theory from time to time. They're fun.
Well, we got plenty of them today.
Oh, do we now? Well, yeah, Silvetti, Silvetti came in to that game. Allende, Allende. You and I both were talking about it during the game, and that look, he is the second leading goal scorer for Inter Miami with 11 goals. So we like to complain about Allende from time to time, but he's second. He's beating Suarez, who gets paid all the money, right? And or at least $1.5 million. Allende makes $1 million, so it's not like he's that much less. But I think you and I both were saying that, yes, he scores a lot, but it seems like we get mad at him because there seems like he leaves a lot on the table. Like there are so many other opportunities that, I mean, he could have had, 16 goals easy.
Maybe even 20, Peter. I
right?
mean, he's one of those guys that's been inconsistent. He didn't score for a very long time. And yeah, I was sometimes we're like, man, we don't need this guy. Now he's starting to score again, but is it just, because he's in the right place at the right time? Does he really deserve to get a contract extension? I mean, what are your thoughts, man? Do we keep the guy or not?
Well, I mean, I'd have to look and see again, like what's his contract.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what his contract is right now, but yeah, well, we know how much he makes.
Yeah, we know how much he makes. Let me fix you.
Oh, what happened?
Well,
What
because
he?
you left the cafe for a second because you surprised this on me, right? So
I came
I have to
back.
put him in. I have to put him everywhere. Put you everywhere. Anyways, where is he? Allende. So yeah, he's on a loan. The loan is ends. I couldn't remember if his loan, if he was on a loan or if I thought it was a loan, but this definitely a loan. So they would have to talk to the team that owns him. And I got it. One World. That's my chart.
What do you guys think in the chat? Would you bring Allende back? Does he deserve it, or was he not good enough? I mean, because I don't know, man. I kind of wish we had a better player. I wish we would have had Campana. I think Campana would have scored 20 goals.
Well, maybe, but if you don't keep Allende, so would I bring Allende back? I mean, depends on how much they're asking, right? Because we obviously would have to buy him or just extend the loan. I don't know if the team is willing to extend the loan. If they are, they don't have. If the team that owns him doesn't have plans for him, then fine. I'm okay with that. We're already paying him $1 million, whatever. Just keep paying him. He's second in goals, so why would you not, pay him? Oops, man. There we go.
Man, Peter, you're just like messing up all day today.
Well, no, I have so many different screens. See, I got so many different screens, and I got to flip around to the different screens. I got a lot going on here, Ed. This master control center is busy.
Yeah. It might be because you were cutting the lawn today.
Yeah. I could. I was cutting the lawn, and oh, I already deleted the picture. I sent you a picture, but then I deleted it because I didn't need the picture. Oh. The wheel fell off my lawnmower.
Yeah,
while I'm mowing it, I was able to reattach it. But but it was after I was done. I mean, I had I have an older one that I had to use as my backup, but it's a little it's fidgety, like it doesn't always work. So I had to finish the yard using the old one, and then this other one, which is also old, the wheel fell off, but I got it back on. Anyways,
Yeah.
So bringing this back up, because if Allende is your second most goals scored, then you bring him back if the opportunity is there and if he's not too expensive. So going back to a little bit of what we were saying before. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. When I was doing my conspiracy theory, he says MLS wanted a third game. The more we get to see Messi, the better Messi play, the better for them. That's what I'm saying. That's my conspiracy theory. That's exactly the point.
Yeah. Well, and if it wasn't for Messi, we wouldn't be where we're at. I mean, the guy's he's basically carrying the whole team with him. If he plays well, we win. If he doesn't, we're kind of screwed. So, I'm a little concerned because if something happens to Messi, that's
Oh
it.
yeah, well we are Messi dependent, and I mean they built the team around him. So what do you expect, right? Um, Louis Rodriguez says Allende is average. Okay, if he is average, then what is Suarez?
Suarez is old, Peter. That's what it is. Suarez
But
is
he's our
old.
goal scorer, right? He's the guy that we brought in to score goals. So you're
He
saying
did
Suarez
last
is
year,
average.
but this
Segovia
year,
is average, right? These are everybody. He's average. Everybody's average because they're all below. My point being, they've all scored less than Allende, so he's above them.
so
And I
he's
don't think
above
any of those
average.
guys. He's maybe above average. He's
Maybe.
if what is average? Is average a B or a C? Like in school, what would your average? What's average? Like
I'd give
a
him a
C?
C plus.
So then
Yeah, because
right. That's my point. If a C is an average grade in school, then he's a C plus.
yeah, he's on his way up. He's trying to score goals. He misses a lot though, too, man. I mean, like I said, this guy could have had probably 20 goals this year, if he wouldn't have missed so many. And that's why we were kind of like not. We don't feel the warm and fuzzy for him because, there's something missing there. He's just not that player. And neither is Suarez because Suarez is also, he's made assists, he takes defenders with him, but he's just there's something missing there, and it's got to do a lot with his speed. Sometimes they throw through balls for him, and he just can't keep up. We've seen it a couple of times. He falls down, Peter.
Yeah. Um, Going back to the chat a little bit here. Couple comments to your Campana comment. Sergio says Campana couldn't score 10 goals this season. I think
Doesn't
yeah,
have Messi.
but keep in mind New England is a dumpster fire. They fired their coach. They've got a new guy coming in. You have to almost give him a pass this year just because he had crap surrounding him. But if you I think to your point, Ed, is if you put Sergio on this team again, right, with Messi feeding you the ball, right?
Oh, you mean
Then
Campana? You mean?
yes,
You said
that's what I meant.
Sergio.
That's what I meant.
Right.
Yes, Campana. Then Campana's better than Allende. That's your argument, right? But it's
That's
not
my
that you put Campana on a crappy New England team, he's not good enough to lift that team. But putting him on this team with those people that are going to feed him the ball, he's going to be elevated. To your opinion,
Plus, he goes back and defends. I
he
mean,
does do
that's
that.
another thing.
He does do
With
that.
with Suarez, we lose somebody that can go back and defend. We have two players missing that won't go back, and that's an issue. And you know, you could see it with this game. Look how we had Silvetti in there, we had Allende in there, we had Segovia when he came in. And you see the speed, you see the guys going back. I mean, we were talking about Jordi Alba, man. I mean, why is he retiring again, Peter?
So
He
good. I don't know.
goes
There's got
up,
to be
he comes
something. There's
back
got
and
to be something
defends.
behind the scenes. He's still so good.
He's incredible, man. He should not be retiring. He still has a couple more years. I mean, he
He's
got that contract extension. I mean, what's he gonna do? Go to Spain and make more millions? I don't think he's gonna make millions if he goes back. He was gonna make millions with us.
yeah.
Change his
Some
mind, Peter.
what's going back
You
to
could do it.
reading some of the chats. Sir Louis is loves Suarez. Suarez is a killer. Can't compare Suarez. All right, we're gonna get to that in a minute. Because and just everybody. The funny thing is, everybody sees the game so different. We all see the game so different, and everybody knows everything, right? We all are. Your opinion is the smartest opinion, right? Because it's yours. So, but just you scrolling down a little bit when you talking about where was it now? Why Sia says Suarez is average C plus plus. Consider he only has one leg. Allende has two, so he's still putting, or she is still putting, he or she is still putting Suarez above Allende, but still saying he's just slightly above average, right? So that's still not
B plus plus.
That's not great.
B minus maybe.
Yeah. Chris Arjun says that Suarez used to be a killer. Silvetti brought pace and different options up front last night. I like Silvetti in there. I want to see more Silvetti.
They were going back defending. They were all over the place. I mean, with these younger players, we had people that were running all over the place, covering spots that Suarez wouldn't. Not that he couldn't, but he wouldn't. Well, he can't. So he doesn't have the legs for it. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks to say it, but Suarez is probably better coming in second half, giving it his all, running and doing what he can in, I don't know, the last 25, 20 minutes. That's just my opinion.
All right, so let's go there since you brought it up. Next game, and I saw some chat. Somebody was mentioning this in the chat as well. I don't see it. But do you start Suarez against Cincinnati? I mean, obviously you don't. You're saying no. You bring him in as a super sub. Make a difference later in the game when everybody else is tired and his old legs are, well, now maybe they just match the tired people.
Right. Exactly. That's my thing. I think we should start. I mean, we have a winning team. We don't change the lineup. Go with the same lineup to Cincinnati and, let those young guys run. And, second half, bring in Suarez.
I would agree. I don't, however, think the coach will do that. That's my, Suarez, Messi, Busquets, Alba, any of those, DePaul, any of them, if they want to play, they're playing. That's my concern. I agree with you, but I think he starts.
Yeah.
Here, I had pulled up a photo just for this conversation.
There he is.
Suarez was there. Suarez was at the game. He was on a phone. That looks like, to me, I was looking at that. I was zooming in on the picture. It looks like he's got the iPhone 17 there, the orange one. I think that's what with a clear case. That's what it looks like.
Of course he does. He's going to have the latest technology.
That would be the iPhone 17 Plus there in his hands. I'm pretty sure. My brother got the orange one too. He didn't really like it, but he got it. Not because it's an iPhone, just because he didn't like the color in person, but he got it.
Right. I'm not much for that color, but if there's nothing else, get it.
Is when Mascherano was not on the sidelines and he was seen on the phone, everybody assumed he was giving orders down to the sideline. Is Suarez giving orders to Mascherano? Is he in somebody's ear?
Could be, man. You never know. I mean, sometimes Mascherano, when he first came in, I didn't think he was ready for this team, and I still don't think he's ready for this team. But he's doing it. He's the coach. So
yeah. I don't think Mascherano, sits Suarez. But I would. Yeah, I would definitely. And if they, for whatever reason, decide to re-sign him next year,
which seems to be what's going to happen,
I think you're right. And it has to be a super sub situation, right? Or other players are injured. I mean, he still brings quality. Look, he's our assist leader, right? Behind Messi.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean,
I think so. If I have to re-look at it, but I think he has the most assists behind Messi. So, and he's in goals scored. I think he's like, third in goals
He's
scored.
third.
So he
Yeah.
still produces. Um, oh no, he's not on assists. He's behind Alba too. Well, but he's got a lot of assists. He's
Right.
getting quite a bit of assists.
He's
Um,
contributing, not
he
as
is
much as last
contributing.
year, but he's doing it. Yeah.
But he is. There's a lot that comes with him. Like for example, Chris Arjun saying spitting incident does him no favors. He's got a reputation. He just got sat down. I wonder also, does he, getting this sanction that he got post game when the disciplinary committee reviewed the situation and decided he kicked at the Nashville player, and it wasn't, there was a lot of acting, I think, in that, but regardless, it was still kind of a dirty play, so they give him kind of a red card, if you will. They suspend him. A lot of people felt like that was ridiculous. The fact that MLS would make those kind of actions after post game. Could he potentially be so frustrated with it as well and decide, screw this, I am going to retire because I don't want to deal with this nonsense? Or is he still so invested in just hanging out with his buddy, right? And wants to just keep having fun and just like, hey, once in a while I'm going to do something stupid and they're going to suspend me for a couple games.
Well, you might be right. I mean, if you think about it, if Suarez retires, it's only going to be Messi and DePaul. Um, that's going to be the only friend that he's going to have left. So I think Suarez will stick around for another year, but I'm hoping like you are that he will be more of a super sub, and they bring somebody else in that could be a DP. I mean, we're going to have. I know DePaul's going to take one of the DP positions, so we're going to have an extra DP. A lot of people are
Yeah.
saying Neymar might be that player, but I've
There's back
seen
and
him
forth. One minute you hear that, Santos wants to re-sign him, and the next minute you say no, there's still conversations happening with Miami, right? So you never know.
You never know. Will it be good for Neymar to come? I think they're going to sell a lot of jerseys.
Yep, it goes back to my favorite kind of topic. Are we a serious football club or are we a T-shirt company? And at the end of the day, I think we're a T-shirt company, right?
And the money.
And if they seriously go after him, that tells you we are a T-shirt company. First and foremost, winning is just a side thing. Like, yes, we want to win. We're going to try to win. But more importantly, we're going to make money, right? That's that. Right. If they seriously go after him, if all the reports that they're seriously going after him, if that's true, then yes, they are a T-shirt company, first and foremost. If they say, screw it, we don't. If they publicly came out and said, we are not interested in Neymar, if they publicly said that and said, no, we're going after a defender or a young forward or somebody else, then I might change my thought and go, okay, well, maybe we are becoming a serious football club and less of a T-shirt company. But they got to, as of right now, I still stand by they're a T-shirt company. But speaking of some of DPs, and you mentioned one world, one goal feels like DePaul has improved.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
We were debating. We were talking about last night during the game, and we just thought that DePaul was going to be so much better. I mean, I'm not saying he's that bad, but he just seems to be a little bit off. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Go ahead and put it in the chat. But yeah, I feel like he's still a little bit off. Like he's still not as good as we thought he was going to be, and he's going to be a DP. So
yeah,
he's got to step it up next year. I mean, we're not going to have Sergio Busquets anymore.
Right.
I'm sure Bright's going to probably step in that position. Bright, I think, might be better than DePaul. I just love the way that kid plays. He's very talented.
Yeah, and that's been and we were talking about this at some point, that DePaul's not a bad player, but he is not worth $17 million today, right now, what we've seen. Could he turn it on next year because Busquets is out and he's got more freedom in the midfield and all that kind of stuff? Maybe. But from what we've seen, he's not worth 17 million. And I asked the question, are we better this year with DePaul than before, or even this season? Are we better since he arrived? And I'd say no. We're the same. We are the same team before he arrived and the same team after. I don't think he added anything. Is he a good player? Sure. But so are the other players that we had. He's right now. This may piss off people, but I don't think he's better than Bright.
No, I think Bright is just
right now. I can't talk about his career, his overall career. Sure, he's accomplished great things.
Yeah.
But right now,
with Argentina, he plays really well.
Right. And of course, he's got better quality talent around him, and that makes him. Everybody plays better when you got better people around you. I get all that, but for this team, for this situation, DePaul does not make this team better. I think Bright plays better than DePaul, and he's at a fraction of the price. We got a thumbs down. Somebody didn't agree with me. Again, not saying that DePaul is bad. It's just when you start looking at money, your return on investment, your ROI. When you start looking at that, I don't see it. But he's going to be here, so it doesn't really matter. He's going to be here, so it doesn't
he's
matter.
still going to play. Like you said, maybe it's because Sergio Busquets is, they're playing, basically how Sergio plays. And, he'll have more liberty next year because Sergio's not going to be the main dude. He's going to be the main dude. The ball will be.
Yeah,
and Bright will probably be supporting cast, but I'm not going to be surprised if Bright becomes the dude.
Francisco is saying DePaul is not. Francisco is saying DePaul is not a star. He never has been. He is an excellent supporting player in Atletico in Argentina, and I get that. But right now, I would argue he is not excellent supporting player with Inter Miami. He's okay. He's just okay. He's fine, but he's not excellent, and that's fine. He's a supporting player. Fine, be excellent, and I don't think he is. But it doesn't matter.
Well, I think I saw somebody put in there. I think it was Chris Arjun said something about him. If he was still that good, he would still be in Spain.
True. And this is the truth. This is what Nick is mentioning, and this is really what it is. RDP helps keep Messi here and happy. That's more than worth it. So really, at the end of the day, that's his value. And I agree, Nick. That's his value. But I'm just talking about the player on the field, Yeah,
but I said, Busquets and Jordi are going to leave. Two less friends. We got to keep them happy.
I get that, but what's frustrating is when we were talking about Jordi Alba retiring. Okay, he was brought here to make Messi happy, but he delivers.
That he does. Out of all the other players after Messi, he's the best player.
He delivers. Yeah, I agree. Best player after Messi.
He scores and he
assists.
And he assists.
And he's got an engine. Man, he's got that engine. He's running faster, getting back to defense because he likes to push up. He's getting back to defense, running faster than the guys that are a lot younger. I bet he could beat Falcone in a foot race easy. And I like Falcone, but he could beat him.
Falcone, he's another player has done really well. He's improved every game. He's in the defense, he's our most solid defender. The one that's helping us out. Our defense was okay this game. Hopefully they keep that up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs agreeing with us basically. Jordi Alba is the best player not named Messi. It's a shame he's retiring. Agreed.
He shouldn't be retiring, Peter.
Yeah. Let's get to some voicemails. We got a bunch.
Do it.
It's time for your voicemails.
Hello.
Hey guys, this is Ted from Coconut, Hollywood, East Hollywood, Florida. Hollywood Beach. All right, let's move on. So Messi is incredible. That performance last night, I'd put him up there with some of the legends of South Florida sports, South Florida soccer, like Ivan McKinley, Tyrone Marshall, and who could ever forget Henry Gutierrez. That performance last night was epic. I also want to give props to both Tadeo Allende, who is extremely frustrating to watch at times, but let's be honest. He's the second leading goal scorer for Inter Miami this season, and he is always getting open. I don't think you could forget that he somehow stretches the defense every game, even when he's not finishing his chances. And he scored twice last night. That makes him, he is actually Inter Miami's all-time second leading goal scorer in the playoffs. Believe it or not, Campana and Gonzalo Higuain both scored 0 goals in their careers here in the playoffs, which I looked up last night. I was surprised to find all that. Tadeo Allende has 3 playoff goals, making him number 2 all-time, next to Messi, who has 6. Luis Suarez only has 1. I took Ed to get some Steve's Pizza for the first time a couple weeks ago, Peter. And since you're from Broward and North Miami also, since you're familiar with both areas, is there a place like that in Broward? There's Morrow's Pizza in Hollywood. It just doesn't really hit the same. I mean, it's just as greasy as Steve's. I'll give you that. But there's like signs that I'm driving, by the way. That's where that beep was. There's signs that say, like, don't talk to us. You know, if you've been to Morrow's in Hollywood, you've seen the sign. It's like, don't ask for napkins. Don't frown or we'll kick you out. It's kind of like going to the soup Nazi there. Anyway, are there any other places where you can get slices in Broward? I mean, I know some places, but it's just not really. I feel like Miami has a lot more of those types of places. All right, we'll talk more Inter Miami next time I see you guys.
So, forget about his comments about Allende. You know, whatever. Yeah. He scores a lot of goals. We don't appreciate him. Whatever. But Steve's Pizza. That's a more important part. Ed, that was your first time having Steve's, wasn't it?
It was, man. It was. I don't know if I was hungry, but I thought it was pretty good. Had some pepperoni.
I've been to Steve's several times. My memory now, it's been, 25 years since I've been there. I mean, it's been there forever. Wow. I don't think I've been to Steve's Pizza since I've been married, and I'm coming up on my 24th anniversary. So it would probably have been, before I met my wife, which then is over 25 years, right? So, but I remember it being a little bit of a, greasy spoon type of place, and
it is.
Right.
Cholesterol level rose.
But amazing pizza. And as far as One World, One Goal says, and she mentions the one that I was thinking about, but I did a Google search and I don't think it's there anymore. But she said Flicker Light was good on Hollywood Intercoastal Waterway. Yeah, I don't think it's there anymore because I couldn't remember if it was called Flicker Light or what, but I was looking up Flicker Hollywood because I would agree that place was really good. It was on the Intercoastal and I like that place a lot as well. But at that place, it's been equally as long since I've been there, and it's probably closed. But
yeah,
I go to a place called La Pizzeria. It's in Margate. I like it, but I don't really go there for the pizza by slice. I get a whole pie, and it's not a little greasy spoon. So if you want that Steve's Pizza vibes, I don't know.
That's gonna be a tough one. But let's get back to soccer, Peter Brown.
Oh,
we're going on the tangent here about pizza. But yeah, guys, if you guys know any good places for pizza places, put it down in the comments.
So back to the pizza. In the closest thing I could find is in Orlando, in Disney Springs. Just saying, big, massive slices of pizza as big as your head, Ed. They're
Wow, that's
good
a big
too.
head I got there. So that's good.
All right, I'm
Don't we
done.
have another message? We got a lot of people that called in.
Yeah, I know, but pizza sounds really good conversation, Ed. You know, it is my favorite food, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard.
I could keep going on pizza if you want.
No, but there's plenty to talk about, man. We got
Wait.
other stuff. We got some rumors and stuff we heard about.
Oh, okay, but there's people in the chat want to jump in too and say Himalayan pizza in North Dade. I guess ND maybe is North Dade. Because there is a delay. These guys are just now hearing about the pizza. The pizza place in Miami that Messi likes, whatever it's called. We went there. We got a video about that.
Video. Check it out.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, that place.
Caesar says that Prima to is that Primanti? Maybe is that what you're saying? Primanti Brothers on Oakland. I think that's what he's. Yeah. He's saying Primanti. I've had their sandwiches. I've never had their pizza. And then we've got a complaint. We are here for the football, bro. Well, you're gonna get a little pizza too.
See, we got to move on to talk more soccer here.
Oh, this is Ted again from Hollywood Creek Boulevard. I wanted to give props to the other person I kind of forgot in my last message. I started thinking about pizza and got off track there. But besides Tadeo Allende, I wanted to give props to Messi Falcone, who looked like he's actually, I think, would be a really strong second center back. I think he's too short to be like the main guy in MLS, but he's actually starting to play really well. And I guess putting Noah Allen and Falcone together. Also, I think not having Lujan on the starting lineup helps. One other thing, since I got you guys on the line still, they are 3 wins and 1 loss without Luis Suarez, and that 1 loss was to Charlotte on that turf, which we probably would have lost anyway. It was the week after we lost to Seattle in the League's Cup final on turf. Inter Miami just does not do well on turf. Luckily, it looks like they're going to avoid playing on turf unless somehow Portland gets. Well, even if Portland got to the final, the home match would be at Drive Peak Stadium or Chase Stadium, Lockhart, whatever you call it. Yeah. So anyway, Messi Falcone.
He lost his train of thought.
Luis Suarez, I think he'd be better as a sub. I like the movement better when we have players, younger, quicker players who can press, like
can run.
Silvetti and Baltasar Rodriguez playing on the wings or up top, either one. Luis Suarez, lots of skill, more skill than everyone else on the team except Messi, probably. He's just kind of slow. All right. Well, anyway, we can get more into that later too. Bye.
So one comment to I think he said his name was Pat this time or Ted. I don't know what he said his name was this time because in the transcript it says Pat. Just because you can do 2 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever doesn't mean you have to. Because it seemed like he was running out of steam there. He's like losing his train of thought. Falcone. We all love Falcone in our season ticket group.
Plus, he's got the hair.
Yeah. And I was thinking while we were watching that game last night, I was thinking, look, if we could have another Falcone, clone him, right? But just make him a little taller. I'm good right there. Give me another Falcone with about 4 inches. 4 or 5 more inches on top.
Then he could cover everything up in the air and we'll be good.
Falcone really, really reads the game very well. You know, he intercepts so many passes. L10Y says Falcone equals best center back on Inter Miami's, always has been. Unlike Allen, who was hyped just because he is from the academy. Man, we got to slam Allen just to promote Falcone.
Allen's been doing good considering he's really a left back. And he was basically pushed in, and since Tata's time, he became a center back.
Yeah.
So they did decent this game, man.
Look, you could put You could put Lujan in place of Allen if you want.
No,
Right.
I'm okay.
Exactly. Is that what you want?
Or Aviles? I'm okay.
Right.
With
Is that what you
David.
want? So Allen is. I think Allen is much hyped because of his growth, not just because he's from the academy, because of how much he has. Yes, he's from the academy, and how much he has grown into that role. Is he? He's one of the best defenders we have behind Falcone on this team, and of course Alba. But Alba quite often plays more as a winger, right? And then just luckily he's fast, so he can get back, right? But Allen has been very good this year. But having said that, could you improve on that in that spot and move Allen to the bench? Yeah, I have no problem with that. I am an Allen fan, but I'm also, if we can improve, if they could spend the money and get a better player, let's do it. And there is what's the name of that? I didn't have it prepared, but what's the name of that player that Inter Miami is rumored to be interested in from Philadelphia?
I forgot his name, Peter, but he's a pretty decent player. I think his contract's up, but his contract was up in 2026. You brought that up.
It is.
So we'd probably have to buy him off, or I don't know. They could do some deals so we can try to get him. I think he would want to come to Inter Miami, but do we actually need him? I think he's making like over $1 million.
Yep, just a little over $1 million. I can remember everything about him except for his name. Oh, there it is. Wagner.
There you go.
Wagner. I don't know.
Wagner. That's how you
Kai Wagner. Experienced MLS player. Has been defender of the year, I think. So he's somebody they're interested in. But yeah, they'd have to. He's got another year on his contract. They'd have to buy him out. So, but would he be better than in putting him in? I assume he's a center back. I don't remember.
No, I think he's a left winger.
Oh, is he left?
Yeah,
he's not a back.
Left back. He's a left.
Yeah,
back.
he's a back, right?
He would replace Jordy, but if you think about it, we could always get another center defender to team up with Peluca, and you could throw Allen to the left because that's his original position. Depends on what the coach wants to do, unless they want to keep him.
Yeah.
Keep him where he's at. They did good this game, so we didn't get scored on for once.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
though it seemed like they scored on us that one play.
All right, let's get through some more voicemails.
Hey, Peter and Uncle Ed and all the great fans out there from calling in from all over, Eric and Yankee Boy, Sports Shorts. We got them, everybody from young to old. So just want to say thank you all for being such excellent fans. We made it. We've advanced. I'm sure Sir David Beckham and Lady Victoria Beckham, congrats to them, are happy. And Senor Mas and family, his bro, who has always supported us. And we got this. Pretty exciting. So, of course, Messi can once again be brace man and provide some great drama. Allende stepped up. So glad to see, no matter our formation, we're looking good. And just want to say, by the way, if they do want to do some kind of stadium naming rights, no offense to Messi, but I would love to see a Sir David Beckham and Family Stadium, or maybe a tribute to Senor Mas's father, Mr. Jorge Mas Canosa, who had been so influential to South Florida. And perhaps they can name something like the rec center after the Suarez family who helped us get the stadium, like the STEM Science Center. And, maybe they can create something like part of the academy with Messi's name in it or what have you. And then, of course, the naming rights themselves are big money. So looking forward to seeing what they do when the stadium goes up. And it's moving quickly. Love you guys. Love the show. Peace out.
love the fact that One World One Goal is reading our minds and put in a call about naming rights, because Ed was alluding to we have some rumors, and that is one of them. I mean, we have well, why don't you it's your news, Ed.
Well, yeah, we've gotten some info that Chase, Chase Stadium. They're the sponsors, obviously, so they have the name of the stadium after them. But they will probably not be uh, having the rights to the stadium next year, from what we hear. So supposedly it's some tech company, probably somewhere above. It's probably going to be close to 100 million or something like that, Peter.
A
That's
year.
what we're hearing. I don't know if it's a year or
That's a
that's
lot for a
part of
year,
it,
so it can't be. But maybe 100 million over what, 5 years,
something like that.
maybe.
That's. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how much Chase paid for, for the naming rights of the stadium, but it's got to be somewhere around there, close to probably 100 million for a few years. Whoever gets that name of the stadium. There were rumors also that Lionel Messi, they would name the stadium after him. I don't know if you heard about that.
That's not happening unless Messi's stroking a check. This is a business, and look, he is going to be a part owner. He's going to want money from people unless he's
Right.
stroking that check, which makes no sense. You know, he wants to make money, not give it. Right. So they're not
Right.
what they'll do with Messi as far as that. And they'll end up putting a statue out in front. And that'll be it. But the naming rights. So I was pretty confident in thinking that the Chase Stadium name would also move over to Miami Freedom Park, mainly because Inter Miami got basically a big giant loan from Chase, right? To pay for the stadium. And so that to me was like, okay, they're already in business. We'll just continue the business, and part of paying back the loan could be, granting naming rights. It's kind of like, they're giving money, we're paying less money, whatever. They're trading monies back and forth, right? So I just seem to make sense to me. But yeah, the what we're hearing is that Chase is not going to be the sponsor, but some tech company. We don't know who the tech company is. We didn't hear about who the tech company would be. I just, they do have a history of getting involved with the blockchain. I mean, we had the XBTO. Polkadot is on the training jersey. Could it be Polkadot? Polkadot is also a blockchain. They currently are on the training jersey. Could it be Polkadot stroking a big check, or is it going to be somebody bigger? Whatever you said, it's going to be upwards of $100 million deal. Whatever Chase paid, let's say Chase paid, 80, 90 million, whatever they paid, it's gonna be maybe even more than 10, 20 million more. I could see this deal going for 120, 130 million because it's Messi's still there. It's in Miami. It's a better location, right? It's a more sexy location. So, people are going to be seeing your stadium every single time they fly in and out of Miami. That is a commercial. That I would think is big money. So it'll be interesting to see who it ends up being, though.
Yeah, and we've covered it before. I mean, people at the airport could just take that tram over there and walk across, and they're at the stadium. So it's going to be, an attraction, especially for flights that are taking, that have a long layover. So, but yeah, I mean, and I looked it up, or did you look it up, Peter? That the shirt XBTO had paid, I think it was like $5 or $6 million, something like that.
I think it was
So
4 or
you would
5
imagine,
million per year,
yeah,
something like that.
there you go, something like that. So I'm thinking, whatever Royal Caribbean paid for their logo, that was probably like 10 million or something.
It would have to be more because they came on board with Messi, right? So they got the Messi tax.
Yeah.
So
The tax, yeah.
once we signed Messi, every sponsorship deal got more expensive by a lot.
So the sleeve, which was probably cheaper,
Fracked. Yeah, of course, it's cheaper. Yeah.
It's going to go up also. So
Whenever that deal is renegotiated, yeah. Unfortunately, they don't ever announce. Inter Miami's famous for not announcing things, and like if you start going down, Googling the like Sports Business Journal has a lot of this information, but they don't have the length of terms for any of these deals. So for whatever reason, it's just a lot of these kind of stadium deals or naming rights deals. You hear that, oh hey, so and so signed a shirt sponsor for 5-10 years for X amount of money. You hear that. That's publicized. Inter Miami, nothing's publicized. So
right.
Hey,
we can only guess.
Right. Super chat in from Caesar. Thank you, Caesar, for your $2 super chat. Bustelo Stadium has a nice ring to it. Very South Florida.
There you go.
You could come up with you could have fun little kind of nicknamey type things. You're gonna, we're in the coffee cup. I don't know. It's not a bowl. It's a cup. We're in the cup. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs says the stadium is by the airport, so an airline sponsor makes sense. I would agree, but we have heard it's a tech company. That's where we're kind of going with that. But you never know.
Yeah.
L10 says it's probably Amelia. What is Amelia?
That's a good question. We'd probably have to look it up and see. It might be some tech company. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. So all right.
Yeah,
well,
I mean
one more voicemail in the queue here before we run out of time.
Let's do it.
What a great win. He needed that to get rid of the playoff curse from last year that we're a one-round team. Getting nervous after what happened in the second game in Nashville, but they got their stuff together and got it done. Some might disagree, but I think it was a blessing that Suarez got suspended because that forced Mascherano to really use his bench to the most potential, and it proved that these young guys are there to run for the team and make things happen. If we had the Tortuga, Suarez, I don't think we would have had such a good night. Now, nothing's guaranteed. Could be wrong, but he just hasn't been proving that he is a starting player. He should be a super sub at most. And throughout the rest of the season, however far we advance in the playoffs, we should not use Suarez as a starter. Suarez out.
Suarez out. He's harsh there. Suarez out. Hey, look.
Wow.
I recognize that voice. That's Caesar, and he's like an old guy like us. Old guys know old guys, right? And we can, Suarez is an old guy too. It's like we all know, we could see, I can't run like that either. So, but yeah, I think we covered that, and I think a lot of us would like to see him come in as a super sub, and then also change the game, maybe, right? But I don't see it happening. Back to the stadium stuff. This could be touchy, but I'm going to put it up anyways because there is related. Chris Arjun says Trump Stadium. Now we're not going to get in politics, no matter what. But Ivanka Trump was at the game.
She was.
Interesting. And interesting, it's probably good that they did not put her on the screen or anything like that because we're such a divisive country right now that could have gotten booze.
She would have gotten booze, and they didn't mention that her kids were with Messi either, so that they would have definitely gotten booze.
No.
So good thing they didn't mention.
I said good thing they didn't put her on the screen. They don't put any of the stars on the screen. They never do. Not here. Not they might do that in other cities but they never do that. That was more of a joke.
No, they did. I remember they put Serena Williams up. They put
on the screen. I don't think so.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, it's rare. Let's put it that way. It's rare because we have stars at the stadium like all the time, and they very rarely. We usually have to get our phones out and just kind of search and look and stuff like that. Or in this case, you find out after the fact because even if I zoomed in on her,
how did we find out? I think Julio told us.
I think you might be right, but we found out after the game, right? I mean, I don't think we knew during the game.
No, I think during the game he said something about.
Did he?
Ivanka.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Speaking about being old, I don't remember. I don't know. I don't
It was
know.
all good. All the beers.
Yeah, exactly. Kevin Gonzalez says that Amelia is a biotech company based out of Washington, D.C. Okay. Yeah, never heard of them, but sure, why not? Could be anything. One World says Microsoft is good. Maybe an Elon product. Oh, that'll the stadium will get burned down.
That'll get a lot of booze.
That's the thing. If it's me, if I own the team, I stay away from any controversial. Like, remember when the team was first launched, there was a rumor that Qatar Airways was going to be the shirt or the stadium sponsor. And the rumor was somewhere around like they were offering like a $240 million 10-year contract, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, well, it's hard to say no to that kind of money, but oof, you don't want to touch that because it's, some people are going to say, great, I don't care. Other people are going to say, oh, look at all the crimes, that country does. Same thing with like Elon. Some people are going to love him. Some people love their Tesla. Other people don't. So, and for a lot of different reasons, right? And so
True.
I would want to keep it with a company that is as neutral as possible.
I agree. We don't want any controversy.
Yeah, and that's where Bustelo works. Everybody likes a good cup of coffee.
Yeah, man. I'm okay with that. Cafe Bustelo, but I don't know if they want to fork out that kind of money, though.
No, they won't. Kata Dadan says, how about Apple Plus Park? Why not? They're already in business with Messi. On giveaway nights, they could give away free air tags. They're not going to give away a phone, right, or anything, but they can give away free air tags instead of a cheap T-shirt.
Air tags will work, man.
Air tags are
to follow them around.
I think air tags are like the cheapest Apple product. Like they're like $30 or something like that. It could be like I don't know. There might be a cheaper Apple product, but that's the first thing I could think of is that it's the cheapest Apple product. So they can have giveaways for that.
Exactly.
Names are coming in. Names are coming in.
Names now.
All sorts of names. What would Live Laugh Love or Live Love Laugh Stadium? Okay. Is there a company there?
I don't know.
L10 says get a foreign company. I mean, it may be. Could be a foreign company. Could be a Miami company. Personally, I like when it's got a local ties. And that's where sometimes when we go back to some of these players, like an Allen, and somebody was saying he's overhyped. That's part of the reason some of us will like him a lot because he's local. The same reason why I like Fafa, even though he hasn't played a lot. And you could say that I was stupid for buying a jersey with his name on the back. But I like him because he's local. So, I mean, some of us that are from here, and I've lived here all my entire life. So I love, the whole local element. So if they could find a local company, I would love that. But I mean,
I like
at the end of the day, money's money.
Look at all the stadium names, man. I
know. Kata's now saying Grogu Stadium.
Oh,
yeah, Mr. Krabs says, name it after me. There you go. I don't have that kind of money. That's for damn sure.
Hey, our sponsor is Caneswear Stadium.
Caneswear Stadium. Does Caneswear have the money?
Maybe.
I don't know. Kevin is saying that Cafe Bustelo is currently owned by Smuckers. Smuckers bought Bustelo in 2011. I did not know that. So we could be Smuckers Stadium.
Wow. Smuckers Stadium.
Smuckers. All right, the names are coming in fun. I think this is a fun topic. People like the naming. Let's name stuff. I think.
They're just going crazy now.
Yeah. We should have had this topic earlier in the show. I didn't realize it would be this fun. Chipotle Stadium. Oh, Francisco might be speaking your language, Ed.
What?
OnlyFans Freedom Park. I mean, you are a guy that walks around with a 69 on the back of his shirt.
I don't know. That has nothing to do with anything, Peter Brown.
It's the year you were born, right?
That's a tribute for you.
The year I was born. L10's coming at me a little bit. He's saying that's what I'm saying. You guys hype Fafa just because he's local. Meanwhile, he hasn't provided anything for the team. At the same time, he blanks on Suarez when he has 17 goals, 17 says 40 years old. I mean, you could disagree with me all you want. You clearly are not local, but wherever you're from, L10, wherever you're from, you probably have some sort of civic pride. You have to, right? I would assume most people do. If you have some civic pride, that's what we're talking about. I have civic pride in the city, this area that I've lived my entire life, and yeah, I cheer for the players that are local. Having said that, if there's a better player out there, then you could sit my local player for the better player. But I'm still happy I bought a Fafa jersey, whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah.
And it was my money I wasted, right? So you could say I wasted it. You could whatever you think. I don't care. Oh my God.
What happened?
Diamond Doll Stadium?
What?
Flanagan's?
Wow.
L10 saying Moss Plus. Again, that's Messi spending money. Messi spending his own money. I don't know if he wants to do that. Has Moss Plus been successful enough yet? And I know we're going late, but has Moss Plus been successful enough as a company? Because let's go down that path. If Moss Plus wanted to sponsor, it would not be Messi's personal money. It would have to be, is this business making enough money to then pay for a sponsorship deal? I don't know. Is Moss Plus successful enough? I mean, is it worldwide? I don't know. I know it's here. Is it worldwide? Is it popular? Are kids drinking it? I don't know. I only know about it because he's on our team. Otherwise, I wouldn't be drinking it.
Yeah, I've been drinking it just to support.
Yeah, I think it's still a startup business. So I don't think it as a business would have enough money really to sponsor a stadium.
Yeah. So, it's going to take a while for them to build up to that, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap it up here. They're going to Cincinnati. Somebody in the chat earlier was saying they haven't been great on the road as of late, so that's something we got to worry about. I know I had my conspiracy theory about the last road game that they purposely lost it, and somebody was yelling at me in the chat about it. I'm joking. But that game was cold, and maybe Argentinians don't play well in the cold rain and all that. So hopefully this weather's good. But Cincinnati, don't forget, they brought back their old designated player. This is rare that you see a player kind of leave the club and then come back. At least in the MLS, it's rare. Brenner is back with Cincinnati. Very good player. They are going to be very, very tough. So my prediction weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, was that we would only make it to the semifinals, and then we would lose. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm still concerned.
It is tough. We're going to go to Cincinnati. That's a team they're pretty good, man. I was hoping we'd play Columbus. That way we would play here. Columbus wasn't able to make it happen. It's going to be tough, man, because even if we pass Cincinnati, there's still Philadelphia, which I think is probably going to beat New York. So
I hope not. I want New York to beat them just because we would have a home game, right? If we win,
we get to come back.
So all right, so it'll be an exciting game. It'll be on the road. We'll see what happens. It all depends on Messi. I mean, the whole team depends on Messi. How good is he that game, and can Cincinnati shut him down? Can they frustrate him and shut him down? That's the only chance, right? So hopefully it's all good. All right, everybody. I think that's about it. Ed, we got the the game day vlog coming out tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, guys, check out the game day vlog. Will it be the last game that we play at Chase Stadium?
Ooh,
well, we'll see.
Maybe. We may have already set foot in that stadium for the last time. We shall see. We shall
And
see.
well, we're gonna try to have a Spanish show finally.
All right.
Stay tuned. Hopefully, it'll be like in an hour from now if Marco can get back. If not, I'll try to do it tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Thanks everybody for the great chat tonight. Really appreciate it. Whether you agree with us or not, it was fun conversation. So thanks everybody in the chat, and thanks everybody that watched. And we'll see you next time. See you, everybody. Okay, it's not working. Let me just do it manually.